welcome back to my channel, or welcome to the channel if you're new here, and welcome to another Sims 4 speed build video. Today we are building in the world of San Myshuno, and we're at the 18 Culpepper House apartment. Before I get into the actual build, I wanted to say thank you everybody so much. We have reached over 100 subscribers on my channel and I could not be more excited. I am so grateful. I'm so happy. It gives me so much joy to build things in The Sims, and I'm so happy and blessed that all of you beautiful people found my channel and seem to really be enjoying my builds and even my voiceovers. And I think as time is going on, they're getting better. But I'm just so thrilled. Thank you all so much. I'm so glad that you're here. And yeah, let's get into today's video. So it is a very short one. And if you have watched some of my other videos, then you know that my family and I have been moving. We are officially in our new house. I've scrambled to get everything relatively set within 2 days because closing got delayed. Everything was a bit delayed and it didn't work quite the way that we had hoped it would, but it did work out in the end. And but one of my daughter's birthdays was Friday, and we only moved in Wednesday around noon. So I wanted to make sure that the house looks nice and it doesn't look like chaos, but it actually looks like birthday to her. And it did, and we had a beautiful family birthday party on Sunday. It was so nice, and it was amazing to host our first get together here in our new house, and it was we're so excited, we're so happy. But yeah, so this video I actually recorded last week, I think. Yeah, last week before we moved, and I was hoping that I would get the voiceover done before we left the house. I did not, and so I am now recording my first voiceover in my brand new office in our new home, and I have a beautiful view to the backyard, woods, and it's a very nice and creative space here. But so yes, this is a very short one. I think the video in total, without the screenshots, is going to be about 18 minutes long. So yeah, let me tell you a little bit about this. So I have not done any of the, I did not check how much this apartment costs. I haven't even play tested it yet. I will do that as soon as I'm done with this voiceover. I will jump in and play test and make sure that everything works. But the idea for this was it's kind of like French country inspired, or maybe by one of those old classic historic buildings in I don't know, I kind of just saw France and Paris and like a Parisian apartment, and that's kind of what I was going for. So very elegant, very upscale. Is that the right word even? I'm not sure, but very classy, very bright. As you all know, I like bright. And so I did stick with what I believe I'm good at, and I did put a little bit of color, pops of color, very subtle colors. It's the sage greens or light blues and stuff in here. And I was thinking of a sim that could live here, and I kind of came up short. But I did think maybe she's a musician, maybe she's a pianist. So I did add a piano in there, but it's a very, I mean, I don't want to say it's generic. I don't think it's generic, but it's, it could fit multiple different personalities or jobs. It could be a designer that lives here. It could be a musician, like I said. Whoever lives here could work in business. It could also be a couple that lives here. I personally was just thinking, sorry, I was just thinking of a single woman, maybe in her 30s, early 40s, maybe. I don't know. I don't really, you know how I've said previously that I have created Sims for all of the lots that I have built so far for my channel, and for this one I didn't have the time. And this was one of those things that, I don't know, apartments are usually not, they don't come easy to me because you're very restricted, obviously, as you know. And the floor plans, I don't know, I just kind of do the same thing over and over and over again. But this, I don't know, this just worked. And so this is what I did. And it was just something that was quick. And I kind of whipped up in a break in between packing and kids and life and all of that. So yes, so at least you're getting something. And I'm actually recording this right now, and I am going to upload this video later today. So this is kind of almost real time. So hi. But yeah. So I'm not, I feel like I'm out of practice for my voiceovers now. But yeah, so it's very bright and airy, and it's just one bedroom. It would sleep two Sims if you would like to have a couple in here. But I was thinking of a single Sim. And yeah, as you can see, I used that fireplace from the Bella Goth kit. I have zero clue what that kit is actually called. I call it the Bella Goth kit. I love that fireplace, actually. And the windows are from the Strangerville. What was that called? She knows her stuff. No, she don't. What is it called? Okay, I can't think of it. I'm not going to sit here and be quiet for 5 minutes while I'm trying to figure out what the set was called. But anyways, so yes, I was really struggling with curtains here because I generally have this issue with everything needing to be perfect for me. And sometimes that is really hard. And sometimes I can lift, like that shadow over there on that window, it drove me nuts. And I was trying to move the window and then put it back in the wall and trying to get rid of that shadow. It might not even be in your game. If you do decide to download this, this build will be on the gallery today, probably more towards the evening. Right now it is, it's the morning, but it will be up on the gallery today. And so, what I was going to say is, you do want to download this lot from the gallery. My gallery ID is VinnasNook, VinnasNook. And if you are wanting to know the hashtags, which I have actually not thought of yet, they're going to be in the description down below. And usually one of my hashtags is VinnasNook. I'm trying to figure out how I can add my hashtag VinnasNookYT. I know other creators do it, but whenever I add the YT on the gallery, it won't allow me to do so. And I have reached out to customer service or whatever support, and they have not reached back out to me. They have just said, and this was weeks ago. It wasn't even weeks ago. I mean, it was a month ago. It was before I uploaded my first video, and I was trying to make sure everything is set, and I was trying to figure that out. And they never reached back out to me or to my questions. They just sent me an email that my issue has been solved. And I thought, okay, well, maybe they're not reaching out to me. Maybe just fixed it. They didn't. But I have since Googled a lot, and apparently the EA customer service is phenomenal, and they do not respond whatsoever or fix your problems. So there's that, but let's not get into that. Let's not do politics and stuff like that. Let's look at the build. So yes, I have actually done something similar with it, like I did here with that table behind the couch in my actual living room now, and I'm so in love with it. We figured out a way to get a extension cord from under a couch that is sitting by the wall, plug it in, run it under the couch, then run it under our carpet or our rug, which is like a natural fiber kind of rug. So it has like bumps and stuff. So you can't see that there is, or you can't feel or see that there is a cord under it. And then we ran it under the other couch. So now I have a table behind my couch and it has a light on it. And it looks so phenomenal. I'm so much in love with it. But yeah, so adding some more like slight color touches, right? Like everything is very creamy. Those are my favorite colors. That's just what I go for. I feel it is very calming and cozy, and it's not exciting, but to me it is very beautiful. It's very aesthetically pleasing. I don't know if you can see it on screen. I had tried out this wall decoration and now it's tucked behind the window. And as I was then, I took my screenshots and I added them into the video. And while I watched back the completed video, I was like, oh no, that thing is stuck in there behind the curtain in all of the screenshots. So I think I did go in and retook the screenshots of the living room with that thing under the curtain, but there might be one picture in where I forgot it. So yeah, if you see that in the screenshot, don't be worried. I took it out and it will not be uploaded like that. Yes, so okay, so this is the dining room, right? But in my head, I had this idea that this was going to be a musician's apartment, and so I did want to add a piano or potentially a grand piano, which realistically would have never fit. I mean, it would have fit if I wouldn't have added a dining room, and maybe she doesn't need a dining room. And if you decide to play in this as a pianist or a musician and you did want to add a grand piano, then you can remove the dining table and just put a grand piano in there. I think that would be awesome. I think that would actually, I don't know why I didn't do that, because you can eat at the counter in the kitchen, and you can also, for gameplay, you don't need to have a dining table. I feel like there's a lot of places or a lot of homes where if there's not a dining table, it's almost like there's something missing, like I don't know. In our old house, we had a separate dining room, like a what's it called? A formal dining room. And then we had a little kitchen nook with a breakfast table. And we had an island that you could sit on. But it was all like different rooms. And so honestly, truly, the only times we ever used that formal dining room was when we had company, which wasn't that much. But even then, when we bought that house, I thought, oh, it's so nice. It's all separated. And I kind of like that separation. I came from a big open floor plan house before then. And I thought I liked it. And then I was in it and I really wasn't a fan. And now we're back into a very open floor plan where everything, kitchen, dining, living is all in one space. And when we had that birthday party on Sunday, it felt so nice because there was no separation. Everybody was together, but there was like little groups, and some people were in the living area and sitting on the couches, and some were standing in the kitchen, and that's my favorite place to be. And some were in the dining room, and I like that. But yeah, I was talking about how I felt like it didn't look complete without the dining room, and I agree. So I don't know if you guys have noticed that, but sometimes those, and I think I've mentioned it before, but sometimes those new plants that came with the Enchanted by Nature pack, they don't transfer to the gallery for whatever reason. I don't know. They just get deleted. I don't know what happens there. If this is an issue that you have noticed and you know what would fix it, please let me know. But yeah. Something else that I just remembered, I have 2 more rooms to go, the bedroom and the bathroom, but something I remembered. So I did get some feedback from some very lovely people. Thank you so much for all of your comments. They are so appreciated, and I'm so excited. You guys are so kind and sweet. And some of you have said that you would actually like to see some gameplay. So I have worked on a sim that will kick off our gameplay era, I guess. And I'm currently trying to decide. I want to do a challenge, but I'm trying to decide. So give me some feedback on this, okay? So do we start a legacy, kind of like something like Rags to Riches style, where every, let's call it season, we start with a new generation as a young adult, and we start with different careers or challenges within that challenge, and we just kind of always do a Rags to Riches, kind of James Turner big wallet kind of style, but not exactly like that, but kind of in that kind of that way, if you know what I'm talking about. Or would you rather see a challenge with like the 24 what was it called? 24 while 24. Like that combined with a every lot challenge. Also the way that James did, look, I don't, there's like 3 or 4 creators out there that I watched their gameplay of, and it's James Turner, it's Miss Simrino, and it is Lil Simsy. I watched some of hers too. And those are like the 3. I don't have that much time, but those are the 3 that I can kind of draw inspiration from for challenges, since I have really never done them. But yeah, let me know. Do you want to see a rags to riches kind of legacy challenge, or would you rather start off with something shorter so we can kind of try it out and see how it goes, and do the 24 while 24 task combined with the every lot challenge? So yeah, let me know in the comments down below what you think about that and what you would rather see. And should it be a self sim, or would you guys like to create some sims, upload them, maybe with my hashtag? Maybe we can talk about that. And maybe I'll do challenges with your guys' sims that you have created. I think that would also be very fun. There's also another idea that I have for future build series. So I think we're going to talk about that next time potentially, but it does involve all of you, since we have, I thought this was something that I could announce. Hey, once we reach 100 subscribers, this is my idea, but we got there so fast. I think at least I wasn't expecting to get to over 100 subscribers this fast. To me, it was fast. To other people, it might not have been. To me, it was, and I'm extremely grateful. But yes, we'll talk about that maybe next time. I do want to talk about the bathroom really quickly. I hope I'm squishing everything that I want to talk to you about in here. I know it's a quick one, but I promise over the next few days, I'm going to be working on something else. And I just wanted to bring something out because I know it's been quiet here. And I know you understand, most of you at least, that we were moving, but I did want to bring something out today. So it's a short and sweet one. But I love this bathroom, actually. I think it turned out really well. And it's this like French country kind of style. I don't even know if it's French country. It's just French. I don't know. It just screams French to me. And I left this bathroom in because it does look a lot different to the regular 2x3s that I usually build. And I use pieces that I usually never use, like that sink. I believe it was from the base game, and the shower is from the vampire kit. And I'm glad that I used it. Anyways, guys, this is it from me for today. I hope you enjoyed this very quick build. And if you do want to download this build, then it's going to be on my gallery under the gallery ID VinnasNook, VinnasNook, or under the hashtags VinnasNook, and the second hashtag is going to be elegant apartment. And if you do like this video, then please subscribe and like the video. It really helps my channel out. All of the information is going to be down below in the description as well. And enjoy the rest of the build, enjoy the screenshots, and I will see you next time in the Nook. Bye, guys.